What is happening, everybody? Welcome back. The boys are back in town. Moneyline Madness podcast. You already know how we are getting busy. We got a lot to talk about. NFL free agency, NCAA March Madness. I know Andy is super psyched for a ton of college basketball all around the horn. Not his Georgia Bulldogs, but we are still extremely excited to be talking some college hoops. I'm here with CMO Sports himself and Andy B, as we mentioned. What's going on, boys? How we feeling tonight?
You already know the vibes, man. Another day, another dollar. NCAA bracket is bracketing, and we're gonna have some fun here on Moneyline Madness.
Yeah, let's do it.
It should be a bad day for me, but it's really not. The Rockies couldn't have come at a better time. I'm excited for tomorrow, so I haven't even put too much thought into it.
Betalytics, what's happening, baby? How we doing? How we doing?
Betalytics,
we'll be talking a little bets. We'll be talking maybe some favorites, some college bets. Yeah, some college teams that we're scouting. Maybe you ride a little bit of a cash out wave, of that sort. Teams that we're expecting to make a deep run, maybe not necessarily win it all, but we could ride that wave for a cash out. One thing that we do want to talk about, and I see Simo is going to get everybody in here now, and we may as well bring it up then. Let's talk about it because, thanks, Betalytics. We appreciate you guys. Appreciate you tuning in. We have something very, very special going on this weekend, and that is the first ever Mo Sports Elite 7v7 flag football tournament. Big things coming from the Mo Sports Network. This flag tournament, we have put a lot of work in, a lot of time, a lot of effort, and we're very excited to showcase these incredible high school athletes to every one of our supporters, because there is a lot of talent coming from not only this Jersey Shore, but the state of New Jersey in general, and we're here to put some eyes on those kids. We got some highlighters such as Emmanuel Ross, DJ McClary, Micah Ford's going to be there already showing out and supporting. So make sure you guys come out, show some love. DM us if you guys want to come. We'll have a little link for you to sign up. It's going to be at the Capelli Sports Complex over in Tinton Falls. And yeah, Simo, if you got anything you want to add in real quick about the event, I know it's going to go bananas.
You already know what time it is. The Elite 7v7 flag prospect league that, Mo Sports helped find with our good buddy at Nico Soretti S3 Guru Academy as well. It's going to be sick. We got some really, really high-level athletes that's going to be there. We're going to try and hook them up with so many different looks, sponsorships, NIL deals, all while competing with the best of the best. There's a team that's heavily Toms River North, which is the best team in the state. And you also have a team that's heavy Red Bank Catholic as well, which is
they got some dogs
in the state as well. There's all dogs on that team. There's some 4-stars playing. There's a 5-star playing. There's a lot of good players that's going to be playing. It's going to be lit.
Yeah, I'm super excited. We're going to be having coverage across the board. We're going to be talking about all of these kids, having them mic'd up, hearing every angle of this tournament that we could possibly get to, show what these kids have to offer to some of these college coaches and some of these recruiters that are, coming out and paying attention. So we're extremely excited to showcase that to you guys this weekend.
7-on-7s are very serious. People don't understand. They take that, recruiters especially, they take that really seriously.
You could get it. You pop out at a 7v7 tournament, you could get yourself a college.
Yeah, skill position players, that's where it's at. That's where you show the skill. So that's where you show your speed, your agility, and all that. So that's going to be really cool. You guys are going to have a great time there, I know.
Mo Sports NIL coming soon. That's a fact. That is coming soon. And the best part about it is I'm going to be hosting it. I'm going to be on the mic, on the field, on some N1 street ball type of time. It's going to be fun. It's going to be real fun. And all the cameras are going to be rolling. We're going to have a lot of content come out of it. But let's get into it.
Let's do it. All right, Aaron Rodgers, Andy B. Let's talk about it. So the stint has finally come to an end. Aaron Rodgers is leaving the Green Bay Packers. He's heading to New York. Andy, how do we feel?
I mean, we've all kind of been preparing for it, which is why it didn't shock me. But it definitely was sad to kind of hear the ending of it, right? The official, he's saying he doesn't want to be here anymore. Whenever your favorite athlete says something like that, it sucks. It really does. But I mean, look, as long as he's happy, I think I said this months ago. I didn't think the Packers were being held hostage because the Packers had this in their plans the whole time. Right? He said it. He was like, they knew what they wanted. This is what Green Bay wanted. Now, I think I'm on a different level than other people. I think the Packers have a lot of leverage right now. Okay. Unlike a lot of people think that. They got to trade him. Like, the Jets need to trade for him. The Packers don't need to trade him anytime soon. The Jets want him now, right? Their fans are going to be, oh, my God. In a week, if he's not a Jet, Jets fans are going to be like, oh, my God, it's falling through. Oh, my God, he's not a Jet. If Brian Gutekunst just plays his cards right, they could come away with the Jets' first-round pick this year. I truly believe that. So I think it's more now about getting the right compensation. Look, it sucks. I'm sure you guys had this with Eli. It was a little bit smoother with Eli. But, I mean, this was a guy. I'm so glad. I said
a little bit smoother. It was a lot smoother with Eli Manning. Let's never compare the two. I'm coming to an end of their careers because it was nothing close. It was.
But it is sad.
Eli was classy. And had a classic send off. It wasn't.
It is a little sad that he would wear a different uniform. That is very. It's something that I never wanted to see, and I don't think any Packer fan wanted to see it. And look, I hope they trade him soon to get it over with. But if they were smart, they wouldn't, right? But
yeah, I guess if they were smart, you would hold on to him, sort of like what the Nets did in a sense with James Harden, see how much you could get before it's really too late to deal this guy. I think they ultimately do get a solid haul, but essentially, I mean, I don't know. The Jets, they're not going to part ways with a guy like Quinnen Williams. You're not going to get a guy like Sauce Gardner in this deal. And I really think that's what some Green Bay fans are preying on. And I think that's an unrealistic expectation to have coming to the Jets, expecting them to give up some of their core pieces of something that they're trying to build.
I do think that the Packers are going to get rid of him in a short time, though. Like, I don't think they're going to hold on and hold anybody hostage. They're trying to get as much as possible because it's obviously the beginning of negotiations, right? They're going to ask for 2 first-rounders and a young guy. But realistically, it's going to be 1 first-rounder and probably
you don't even have to give
me a young guy to go on top of that. And the deal will get done fast.
Why wouldn't
they need to get Aaron Rodgers the fuck out of there?
Why wouldn't you if you're the Jets even, like, Denzel Mims has done nothing for you. Let him take a shot in Green Bay. You know he'd play in Green Bay, right? Everybody's young in Green Bay. So, like,
Denzel Mims moving the needle in a trade for Aaron Rodgers?
No, but that's the thing. Like, you're taking a shot. Like, you're not getting Elijah Moore. You're not getting an impactful player for Aaron Rodgers. You said it. He's only worth a draft picks right now. Like, and no, he's not worth the Stafford deal. But the Packers have the leverage because the Jets fans will go crazy. The Jets will go crazy if by the draft he's not on their team, right? Like, you're saying the Packers can't let him keep him. They can't. You're right. And they're not going to hold him hostage completely. But either way, the Packers' dead cap space next year is going to be top of the league, no matter what. Trade him or not trade him. What is taking a little more to saying, hey, just sit here until training camp and then we'll trade you? Like, post June 1st, his dead cap goes down. I think it was half. I think it cuts in half. So I don't
even think you'll get one first out of Aaron Rodgers. Now I'm thinking of, he's too fucking old, bro. He's old.
Yeah, but
how are you gonna give him a first?
Because the Jets need to have it done now.
The Jets need it. The
Jets need it done now. He said it. He said, I want to play for you. If he's not a Jet next year, and he will be, like, let's be like, it's clear. But if he's not a Jet next year, Jets fans aren't showing up to those games.
I was gonna say, what does that mean for
It has to happen now for the Jets. For the Packers, it kind of has to happen, but, like, you're getting screwed into dead cap space anyway. You might as well leave it. But to take away from that, it's sad. It's a sad day, but I think both sides will be better off. I've exuded a lot of confidence in Jordan Love, and I'm quite excited to watch him play. He'll get his shot now, so here we go.
Excited about Jordan Love, and I think some of that comes out of the nervousness of not knowing what is next to come. But I also think that you do have a little bit of confidence in him, being that you saw him display a little bit of talent in the
Did you guys watch Aaron's interview at all? I doubt it. You guys?
I watched the part of the clip where he said he was.
Yeah, I watched.
Oh, you watched all of
him?
Yeah. The most interesting part to me was when he said that Jordan Love's great. He's going to be a great player. That I believe him. Like, I believe Jordan. Like, nobody knows Jordan Love better than Aaron Rodgers right now, other than Jordan Love. Like, so he's seen it. So I believe that he's a good judge of quarterback talent. So and also the Allen Lazard signing kind of made me laugh. So.
Yeah, that definitely the wish list idea of it.
Yeah, he said that wasn't true, and I believe him. It's not. It's partially not true. I don't believe he asked for Mercedes Lewis. Like, I don't believe.
I don't think Mercedes Lewis was on that list. I think it was Randall Cobb, Odell Beckham. I think he could have asked for Cobb, just wanting to get his guy a deal.
I think Cobb's on it. He loves Cobb. Like,
that's his safety blanket, and they're
as long as Aaron Rodgers is in the league, Randall Cobb will be in the league.
That's stretching it, bro.
Yes, but let's talk about the fact Aaron Rodgers is 40 years old. Say the Jets do go make this deal. Say that they are able to part ways with, nothing too crazy in terms of capital. How deep do the Jets go behind Aaron Rodgers? What is the ceiling for this team?
I think they could be contenders in the AFC, in my opinion. That team is very stacked, very young. That team can go as far as Aaron takes them. Honestly, they got everything that they need. They have a good O-line. They got great wide receivers. They got Breece Hall. They have a top 5 defense. And this is the best quarterback to ever step foot.
I was about to say, we were going to get crazy right there. That's kind of nuts.
In his prime, what
were you going to say, though?
He would have been, though. But, you know what I'm saying? He's the best Jets quarterback since a very long time, regardless.
No, he's the best to ever step foot. If you
in his prime, maybe. I'm not going to go ahead and say
Brett Favre. You got to take Brett Favre into account, too.
The Jets have had solid quarterbacks. Like the Jets, it's not like the Jets have.
No, they haven't. No, they haven't.
I mean, not prime Aaron Rodgers, but this isn't prime Aaron Rodgers that we're talking about right now. Like, we need to realize that this is a 40-year-old man, and this isn't Aaron Rodgers, 3-4 years ago that we're just
get
throwing
Joe
on
Namath out of there.
Joe Namath stinks, bro.
Yeah,
bro,
look at the stats on Joe Namath.
Joe Namath is not a good quarterback.
Had he never won that Super Bowl, he was not a Hall of Famer. He had more interceptions than touchdowns.
I mean, is Aaron Rodgers in this current state better than Joe Namath in his prime?
I'm going to defend the guy. Aaron Rodgers was hurt a lot of last year, and he played through it, almost got them to the playoffs. Like, I don't think he's an average quarterback yet. He's still really good, which is why it's a little painful that they weren't able to go on those runs. But, like,
it's the best the Jets have had in a very long time.
Deserves the credit. I agree,
and the Brett Favre one, too. Like.
Yeah, but
Brett Favre was.
I have a question now to follow this up. Should the Bills be a little bit worried?
Yes.
The Bills should be worried for other reasons than Aaron Rodgers.
Well, yes, but now it went from all of a sudden the Bills have competition in the AFC, with Mahomes, with the Bengals, that, to all of a sudden now you have competition within your own division, which you haven't had in past years. Not at least with Josh Allen. That division's been a breeze for them. So...
I'm not listing Miami just because I don't know about Tua, right? Like, Tua's not healthy. We know that.
They don't have a quarterback as of right now.
They don't have a quarterback. I think the Bills look. I still think the Bills win the division. I just think they're going to choke in the playoffs again. Like, that's kind of how I felt about them for a while. I don't think the Patriots are going to be as bad as they were, although they weren't terrible.
Mac Jones is pissed for. I'm not hopping on any team that Mac Jones is part of, bro. And he is horrible.
I think the Jets are boom or bust, right? They're either going to be great or something's going to go wrong. I don't think anything will go wrong with Aaron. I think he'll be fine. But something could go wrong. Their defense could fall off a cliff. Like, that's always we've seen that happen before. A lot of factors go into it, but it's by far, I think, the best division in football going into the season.
If Tua plays all 17 games this year, I could see the Dolphins winning the AFC East. But at the same time, the Jets are tough. Like that, I can't lie to you. I don't know who the best team is.
Think about saying Tua playing 17 games. Like, I don't even if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. Like, I don't even believe that.
Okay,
come on.
Hurt, he had one injury-prone year. Let's see if
Whoa. He came into the NFL with hip problems.
He
had an injury.
Yeah.
He's never been fully healthy in the NFL.
You're right.
Yeah, he's ever an injury-prone guy,
ready to rock. But
you could convince me any of those teams could win that division, and I'll be like, okay. Even the Patriots, and I know you guys think that's silly. Like, Bill Belichick could do some wizardry. Like,
Ed, don't ever, Ed.
You see Ed on his bullshit.
Trying to get some disrespect. Like, come on, bro. Come on.
Ed,
you know that's bullshit. Not true. You know that Daniel Jones is head and shoulders above Mac Jones. Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic.
Bro.
And let's talk about his newest weapon, Darren Waller. Coming to the New York Giants, because we talked about it a little bit last night, but I feel like we need to shed even more light on it because This is such a massive signing. I don't think people realize the magnitude that this has on the whole franchise of the New York Giants. You look up and down, the Giants haven't had a tight end of this caliber since Jeremy Shockey.
Yeah,
and even then, Jeremy Shockey was not Darren Waller. You know, when Darren Waller is on the field, this is a top 10 wide receiver, top 5, top 3, I'd even say, tight end in the league. This is something to be very, very excited about. And Giants fans, I mean, this is going to be the guy for Daniel Jones.
I agree. I just think that there's no doubt that an older tight end coming off an injury plague season would scare me a little bit, but it's got no risk for the Giants. They're paying him they're not paying him much at all. Good job with the Jeremy Shockey name drop. Love that.
Bro,
That's an old school name drop there, and
he was the last great tight end the Giants really had. I mean,
they had
who else?
Past their prime Kyle Rudolph. Like they have not had guys that have been.
Waller clears Kevin Boss by a little bit.
Well, sure, duh.
But yeah,
a good tight end.
It's a very low risk, the high reward move, like you said there. Like he's injury prone. If he's hurt, he doesn't play. You didn't give up much for him. What was that, a third round pick? I don't remember what it was.
Third round pick.
I don't know. I woke up from an
extra third round pick that we got from the Tony trade.
Yeah. So like you traded Kadarius Toney for
Darren Waller.
Darren Waller.
And
if
honestly,
Waller's healthy,
amazing value.
You win
Come on. We need to recognize
one of those
Joe Shane is doing. Everyone wants to come out. Daniel Jones can't throw touchdowns. He can't throw the ball. You know, all this. Then you go and get him a red zone monster. Literal monster. If this guy is in the red zone for the Raiders, you knew he was the one putting in the touchdown.
Help or hurt his fantasy stock?
Darren Waller?
I think it hurts it.
It hurts it? He had Jimmy Garoppolo about to throw to him.
No. I mean from last year.
I think it improves it because I think he's going to be more featured in the Giants offense than he was
in
Waller, the Raiders offense with Devontae Adams.
I thought Devontae kind of screwed him. His injuries kind of screwed him too. But you knew that offense was going to be 100% Devontae. I think you're actually making a good case that it could help it. I drafted him last year, and hell, I'd do it again. So I
would draft Darren Waller this year too.
Yeah,
I would absolutely draft Darren.
But
Waller,
I also don't. I agree. I don't think the quarterback's the reason. I just think he's going to be featured more. I don't think the quarterback's the reason I'm doing it.
I agree. I mean, he's going to get more volume.
He's
going to
be the number one.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I mean, he could be the number one guy, but I could see that. I could just see him being.
I don't think they're done. I just really don't think they're done.
The red zone target. I don't think they're done either. That's what I'm saying. I think they draft.
I could see.
They draft a first round wide receiver. We can get a Quentin Johnson.
If Quentin Johnston or Zay Flowers fall to the Giants, the NFL should be scared.
One of them will.
NFL should be scared.
Addison's the guy to
Addison or Njigba.
I think he goes top 15. I think Addison goes top 15.
Njigba's a little bit of the injury thing from last year would scare me coming in, but I think he'll have a good career too. There's a lot of options. I think the true number one coming in will be Quentin Johnston just because of his height, and I think his speed also there too. He's a good mix, but yeah, I think it'll be a good. I think if they draft the first round receiver, they will be in good shape.
And they're interested in Chark or Mecole Hardman.
Yeah,
you get Quentin Johnson.
I love Mecole Hardman, so.
Well, I'm a Chark guy. I'm more than Mecole, so I like.
Chark's paid a lot, right?
Think about this, right?
Who? DJ Chark?
No, he doesn't want to get paid.
I'm thinking of Marvin Jones, dumbass.
No, Marvin Jones got signed last year for like 4 years.
He got paid. Yeah, he got paid.
He got paid a lot of money. But the Giants are coming into this. They have options, more options than ever in terms of where they could go. They could draft a wide receiver and then go and grab a piece like Mecole Hardman or DJ Chark and just add that to the puzzle. Like they don't need to go and sign a wide receiver one. They don't need to go and overpay Odell. They don't need to go and drop all their chips on DeAndre Hopkins, on Brandon Ayuk, on Jerry Jeudy. I see the comments about, Jerry Jeudy, but it's just he's not worth the first round pick. I can't part ways with that. And also, Carnell, you're in our sports group, so you could just eat a Frank, pal. To be quite honest with you.
I was looking to see who that was.
Yeah, like suck a dick, buddy.
Get out of here, buddy.
Who is the best wide receiver coming out of this draft? I mean, it really is. It comes down to who you ask. It really does. I think, Andy, who do you believe? Because you're our college guy, so I would give you, the most tout.
The person who gives me the most fear is Quentin Johnston, but I think the best career will be Addison. Truly.
I agree. I mean, Addison, he's like a all-around slot guy that could also be in the as a wideout as well. He could do a little bit of everything. Quentin Johnson reminds me of like a fast, like
Mike
not
Evans.
he's like a Calvin Johnson kind of guy.
I wasn't gonna go there, but he's a dog.
He's fast as hell. He can get up there and catch the ball
against Georgia.
You know,
the whole team did so.
And Brandon Ayuk isn't going anywhere. I get it. You know, teams like the 49ers, like the Denver Broncos, they're just testing the waters on Jerry Jeudy.
I don't know if Judy's is testing the water. He's had a very tipsy-turny career there.
I think they part ways with Cortland Sutton before they part ways with
You know
Jerry
who
Jeudy.
would have been interesting? And I know you're going to think I'm stupid. Juju would have been really interesting in New York on that offense because he wound up going to the Patriots, I know today, and I like that. For him, he got the same deal Jacoby Myers got, but with the Patriots. I think that would have been an interesting one. Also, I mean, I think Jacoby Myers would have been an interesting one too. So,
what does he mean by that?
What
do you mean by that? But a lot of talk about these wide receivers. So who do we think? You know, we said it's either going to be Quentin Johnston or Addison. Now, if the Giants aren't able to land one of these guys, what route do we think they take?
If we get one of these guys, I feel like we get Chark, and then you got the starting offense of Quentin.
No, I'm
Johnson.
saying all these guys that you were talking about, Johnston, you know, Addison, Jigba, all these guys are already drafted. Zay Flowers too, because a lot of these other teams above the Giants are also looking at wide receivers and also need one of these guys to pop. Now, what if all of a sudden we find ourselves coming to this 25th pick and none of these wide receivers are on the board? Do we trade back?
I'm going in to look how deep it is.
A defensive guy? Okay.
You get a corner.
I don't know. Some of my draft analysis would go down because everybody goes crazy about the combine and like it fucks guys over. Yeah. So like a guy I had Jordan Addison number 1, like in my receiver. He's number 2 now because his combine wasn't like whatever. I don't know.
I mean, we see the Anthony Richardson deal too as well. Guys have
combine, that happened before the
around them,
college,
hyping them up. So it is.
I think you can literally go from there's 7 wide receivers that could be first round talent. So you could most likely
a stacked draft. It's a stacked draft.
Yeah, Jalen Hyatt you could hit, Josh Downs from UNC.
I'm not necessarily ecstatic over those two in comparison to the other guys that we're talking
about.
No,
those
top guys are tier B type of guys, but I don't know. And Richardson did have an insane combine, but it feels like a lot of raw talent there. It feels like a lot of athleticism. It just comes down to can he play well against big competition? And I don't know.
I really hope he goes number 1, to be honest with you, because this would be the second time where I looked at a number 1 pick and I was like, that's immediately going to fail. And it was Baker Mayfield. And boy, did he get into the news today. That would be it. Like, I would immediately say that's going to fail. And it would be Carolina to make that decision. But
yeah, no, it would be. I mean, especially considering they traded for that pick. No, I was going to bring them up once we were done with this conversation because they're trying to play some football. But if the Panthers end up they're exploring options where they could go with this pick. It's all bad for them. It seems like this was just they made this because they felt they needed to, and then all of a sudden they're trying to back out of it. So I don't think anybody's going to help them out, and they're going to be stuck with this number 1 pick. Now
I didn't get that. That was a weird.
I don't think Baker starts for the Bucs though. I think they're going to draft somebody.
I think Trask is their starting quarterback day 1.
Yeah, I could see them sticking with Trask and then Baker beating him out, maybe because he stinks halfway through the season, and then Baker stinks as well, and then it's kind of that mid versus mid type of battle that we see happen with those type. It really is. You know, when one quarterback can't beat out another, it was almost like what people were expecting with Geno Smith and Drew Lock going into last season, except Geno exceeded expectations tenfold. So I could see that same type of concept of going into it. It's going to be anybody's ball game, especially like the Steelers quarterback situation too. You know how that was Trubisky or Pickett. You know, that same type of concept I think is going to happen this year with Baker and then Trask.
I would have brought back Jameis before I would have got Baker.
I appreciate that comment because it's very well thought out. You can't teach athleticism, but I'm sorry, quarterbacks don't need to not just be athletic. Like, you have to be able to throw the ball. And, like, that's his big knock. Like, he has a good arm, but it's not accurate. It's not accurate at all, actually. So that's like, if he can figure that out, more power to him. it's really tough to just figure out accuracy in the NFL. So, but that that was a very well thought out thought.
So let's talk about the Chicago Bears. Because they're trying to play some football, man. They're trying to be competitive. They're trying to assemble some form of a squad around Justin Fields. They went out and they got DJ Moore. Obviously, we're talking about the deal with the Panthers. They went out and they got Tremaine Edmonds. They also went and they got Orlando Brown as well. So they're trying to play.
That's not official yet.
That's not I mean, they're in agreement. I don't think it's official.
Yeah, I think they're in conversation. It was a weird situation the other day. Somebody said it was official. It wasn't. It was weird.
But regardless, they're trying to play some football, some competitive football. And are they going to be better than the Green Bay Packers come next season?
No, don't give me that shit. They were 4-13 last year.
With the Bears, please,
bro.
Like, you have this.
They're going to be good. They're going to be good. They're not going to take this. Like,
I'm perplexed. It's the worst fucking team in the NFL, and they get 4 good players, and now they're going to be better than the Packers. No.
They will be very close because I think the Packers are a 10-7 type team.
Yeah,
8-9, 7,
Jordan
10,
Love's
7.
good, bro. But that's a newsflash. I'm letting you know now too. I believe in Jordan Love as well.
It
makes me sad that the Bears are a very well-run franchise now, though. They're making smart moves. Makes me sick.
Moves, bro. Ryan Poles is doing
well-run organization that is getting the first pick. That had the first pick this year. Had the worst record.
That's true. You were the worst team in football.
Come on with this shit. Justin Fields is good, but they're the worst fucking team in the NFL. I'm sick of this Bears shit. Let me see some wins, bro. I want to see them get at least
are we saying these same things about the Oklahoma City Thunder? And we're not comparing these guys to just the bottom of the barrel. Like, these are still talented guys on this team. And to be fair, the Bears lost a majority of their games by one possession. They were a competitive team in a lot of these games, and they also beat Ed's 49ers. So I don't know.
Charger in.
I don't think the Packers will be nuts this year. Low expectations for Love. Oh, yeah, it's all low I mean, I think the Packers are going to blow chunks next year. I really do. And I hate to say it because Andy's, I'm catching him in a
They are not going to blow chunks. They're still a very talented team.
We'll see.
They're talented. And the Bears are also talented, but I don't think they're
like double R. Come on, bro.
Yeah. Jordan Love.
Why is Daniel Jones getting disrespected like this? Did Jordan Love just throw for 2 touchdowns in a playoff game, bro?
We haven't seen Jordan Love yet. So we've seen him do some good things when he's come into games. We've seen what Daniel Jones is. Daniel Jones is a solid quarterback. I think the potential for Jordan Love's a little bit higher.
No.
Right now, I'd take my chances on Jordan Love.
You can't even.
Come on, bro. Come on.
That's
just
bias, bro.
Yeah. Come on.
We gotta wait and see some Jordan Love action. I haven't seen that boy do anything crazy.
Like, let's not act like Daniel Jones didn't just take strides. This is insane. Daniel Jones has taken strides to be a franchise quarterback. He obviously showed the Giants enough to get paid this sort of deal, which is a good deal, by the way, because everyone's going to tell you got overpaid. But if you actually look at the details, it wasn't half bad. And I mean, it is what it is. Daniel Jones is head and shoulders above Jordan Love, and the Bears may have beaten the Niners in a monsoon, but hey, who won the football game?
Jordan Love probably played 4 games in his whole career. Like, the fuck are we talking about here? Like,
Jordan Love, I don't even think he
let's
played.
Let's be real here, bro.
How many games did Jordan Love play in his career in the NFL? 2.
So far, he started 1 and came into 1.
Facts. 2 games.
Looked really good last year against the best defense in the league.
Put some respect on Daniel Jones' name, man. This is getting absolutely disgusting.
I just think there's more potential.
Ridiculous.
The unseen has more potential than what we've seen.
What? Yeah, I don't necessarily know if that's a rule to live by.
This is how much confidence I have in him. Look, I could come on here week 4 next year and be like, "Fuck, I was wrong," and I will do that. I just think there's a lot of potential. As you can tell, I'm very out of shape. I ran to do this, and wow.
No worry. Andy just did a combine.
I just ran my combine. I got my Prime Energy.
But all right, for free ad right there. But all right, let's talk about, because the main attraction of this month, why we're here, NCAA March Madness. Andy,
yes, sir.
You kick us off with what you feel is about to go down tonight in the college basketball world.
So tonight we got the last games of the first four. Actually, a really good game, Nevada, Arizona State. I like Nevada tonight. Very surprising. I like Arizona State's coach, but Nevada's a much better team. They just had a bad conference tournament game. Really wasn't sure if they were going to get in. We were going to talk about that in a little bit, but
they got fleeced.
Yeah, I thought they really. I was very weird that they got in over Rutgers, and we'll talk about that. But
Weird.
you know, I wanted to go through some upsets because that's always where you make your money when you're betting.
100%.
And there's 3 teams where I'm putting like high tomorrow. This is just tomorrow because we're gonna come back on Friday, and I'll give you Fridays. Friday is a loaded day. Tomorrow, there's a few games that I could see upsets happening. Charleston, San Diego State. That's a 5-12 matchup. If you're looking for an upset, that's your upset. 5-12. It happened 3 of the 4 games last year. It always happens. It's gonna happen,
baby, all the time.
Every time. We don't know who it's gonna be. There's 4 of them that I like that one. Tomorrow, University of Louisiana Lafayette, Tennessee. Tennessee's hurt. I've seen people putting them in the Elite 8. I've seen people having them lose tomorrow. Tennessee doesn't have the scoring. I like ULL. They're a good shooting team, so I got that one. Those are my top 2. And then I have one that's really not even an upset, but want to give some love. Penn State playing really well right now. They probably should have beat Purdue the other day in the Big Ten Championship. If that game was a minute longer, they would have. So, and they're playing Texas A&M. That's going to be a great game. That's the second to last game to tip. Just tomorrow's a good day. Tomorrow's going to be a really good day for basketball. I'm going to be tweeting about everything too.
You know what my sleeper 12 seed is that I like?
I have a feeling I know.
VCU.
VCU, that was not the one I expected you to say.
VCU is tough, bro.
VCU's a good team. It's a weird 12-5 matchup, though, because usually when you look at a 5 and 12, the perfect example would be
St. Mary,
Duke. Duke's a good example. They underperformed, which is why they're a 5 seed, right? They had expectations of being like a 2 or a 1 seed. They fell to a 5. And they're playing that young mid-major team. St. Mary's isn't that Duke-type level team. They're happy to be a 5 seed. So I think they're going to outperform the 5 seed level. So I think I like that. I do think VCU could beat them. VCU is a very good team. But that's one of the weird 5-12s.
I like Duke as a 5 seed, though, which is crazy. I have Duke winning it all.
Me too.
I actually have Duke winning the whole thing. And it's because since they've been healthy, they're 17-1, Andy, 17-2, something like that.
Something of that. They've been really good. They have one of the best players in the nation currently playing. He's currently playing like one.
Yeah.
They're stacked.
I like that team.
And they're criminally underrated this year.
Yeah, that's actually, I had that on my day one bets. I'm not falling for that trap because everybody's trying to give you Oral Roberts. They're trying to tell you.
Yeah, they're trying.
Oral Roberts
they like that story of Oral Roberts.
No, and I think Oral Roberts got screwed here. Oral Roberts got the hardest 5 seed you could find. Like, they've got by far the hardest.
Ever in history.
Yeah, so this is that's a bad spot for Oral. I'm not falling into that trap. There's another trap I'm not falling into tomorrow is Furman over Virginia. They're trying to give me that one too. Virginia's just too good at controlling the pace of games. Furman likes to run fast. Virginia likes to slow it down. Virginia is one of the most boring teams in the country to watch because all it is defense. It's very tough to not show up with your defense in depth. You don't need to score, but you just got to play defense, and that's what Virginia does. So I'm not falling for that one either.
All right, I got a little bit of a lay that I've been cooking today, and I want to talk. It's just a 2-legger, just something light. And the first one is that Duke -6.5 tomorrow at 7:10 against Oral Roberts. I think they covered that as well. And then the second one is under in Illinois and Arkansas, right? So I'm going under 143 because you look, in this season, Illinois has played 26 games against Power 5 D1 teams. And in those, 15 of them have ranked inside the top 150 in 3-point percentage, right? So just 15 of those 26. Now, if you take this, they are 7-4 against teams that are ranked outside, and then 7-8 against those teams that are ranked on the inside. Arkansas shooting 31% from 3-point range. I just think these teams are so close together that it's going to be a grit and grind style of game.
That's the type of coaches they have too.
It's going to be, I think, not that it's going to be a defensive-minded game, but it's going to be very slow-paced. It's going to be very methodical. A lot of half-court kind of sets for these guys. I think that under 143 is going to come into play. And 143 kind of seems like a lot for just the first.
It is. That is a high number.
High total. So you add those two together, and you get a plus 272. And for the value of that, I really like the odds.
I like that. And also, they said Arkansas is going to take it. I actually wrote down Arkansas minus 2.5. I think they cover that.
I think
Illinois has been very underperforming. I think Arkansas can run to the Elite Eight. They have national championship talent, but they have been hurt all year. They've been unable to put it together. Now they're healthy. They did not play well in the SEC tournament. They'd be the first ones. They were horrible in their game. They knew they should have won that game. They didn't win it. They just got thoroughly outplayed by Alabama. It is what it is. Alabama, we'll talk about. I mean, they play tomorrow, but we're not going to talk about.
I was going to say, I think they're my favorite this year. I think I'm rooting for the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Really? Oh, so you like to root for accessory to an accessory to an accessory?
Hey, listen, I am talking about on the court production.
Yes.
And
they are the best team in country. Yes.
Is Brandon Miller getting straight up buckets?
Yes.
I don't know. I like his game. I think he's a great NBA prospect, and he's going to be shooting up draft boards.
That's the number 3 pick for you right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what was he projected before the season started? 10, 11, right?
In that range.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, he's getting these buckets. He's getting to it.
I will never say many good things about Alabama, but they have the best team. But also, I mean, March is March. The best teams do not win.
March is March, and
the best teams usually do
no
not.
experience in this type of
freshmen freshmen struggle in this experience. So this is gonna be. I actually think that Arkansas-Illinois game is the best game tomorrow. I'm very excited for that one.
It's gonna be a dogfight for sure.
4 o'clock, good timing. I always like those types of games. Middle of the day. Got your wings already.
Yeah, nice. All right. Anything else you guys want to touch on? I know Friday we're going to be back. Some more updated NFL news. Some more of this, obviously. Some NCAA talk and March Madness games. And yeah, I don't know. Anything else you guys wanted to shed some light on?
Nah, teasing Friday. Friday is going to probably be the much better day of games. There are some storylines Friday. We're going to get into those.
Yeah, and just to let you guys know, we're going to be rocking with a little bit of a lunchtime sort of Moneyline Madness, a little bit earlier than this.
What time?
Than this
Could
one.
be like 11, I'm thinking, right before the games start.
Yeah, right before tip for that. So we appreciate you guys all coming out for the support. Much love to everybody dropping comments. We love talking ball with you guys. Everyone that gave it to that guy earlier. It is what it is.
Appreciate
people are gonna hate, but we keep moving and doing what we do regardless.
I blocked him. I don't even show him.
Why did Double R just put Stetson Bennett? What was that? What was that about? Oh, that's right. He reminded me. Oh, so he tweeted that the Packers are going to take Stetson Bennett. If the Packers take Stetson Bennett, you will get the worst Twitter rant ever.
That'll be a funny episode.
Stetson's not bad, bro. What are you hating on Stetson?
I love
your
Stetson.
quarterback.
I love Stetson. I watch every game Stetson played. They can do better at the backup position.
No,
yes, they can.
He's the perfect journeyman backup quarterback right there. Are you kidding me? And I bet you he'll be a good starter. Look, he's 26, bro. He's ready to play now.
He's already 26 years old. You're exactly giving me the reason why he shouldn't be picked. He's 20. He's gonna be 20. He's gonna be 27 by the time he plays an NFL game.
Yeah, it's
basically. Why do I want that guy?
Aaron Judge's rookie year right there. Come on.
Yeah. Well, that's football. All right. This guy's been playing football for 9 years now, and you want him to be my 3rd round pick? Maybe no. That's why get me a senior who was an actual senior to get me. Look, Stetson did nothing wrong. It's just how it worked for his career. But
it is what it is. Yeah.
Get me a backup who's the age that Jordan Love was when we drafted him.
Stetson Bennett, aka Alex Moran, 2.0 for my Blue Mountain State fans out there.
Oh,
that's basically what he's living by.
That show was my shit.
Oh, it's class, pure class. I mean, if you're a football fan, you got to watch that. But like Brandon Weeden, facts.
Brandon Weeden was a 1st round pick at 29 years old. Was that a good pick? Did it work? No,
but that was a 1st round pick. Stetson Bennett is going to be a 2nd day, 3rd day pick.
Yeah, but he would be your immediate backup. If Jordan Love got hurt.
5th, 6th round, 7th round, even possibly.
No, he's going to be a 3rd or 4th round.
Andy, let's be realistic. If Stetson Bennett was a Packer, you're buying a jersey.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, let's not.
You're completely misconstruing what I said. I love Stetson Bennett. Even I know it is the wrong pick, but I love Stetson. I would have his jersey. I think I'm getting a Jordan Love jersey. I think I'm ordering it next week, definitely.
That's shameless. That's disgusting. But, I think that's going to wrap us up for today. We appreciate you guys coming in. Nick, thank you for all the love. Armando, thank you for dropping some comments. Double R, we appreciate you guys coming in. Colby, thank you for the love. We appreciate that. Mr. Brucato, I'm sorry for what's happening to your Raiders. It is what it is. You know, it's the way of the road sometimes. But, you know, you guys will be back. Much like Moneyline Madness, returning Friday afternoon. We will catch you guys then. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night.